That's something cool about those real, like, older buildings is like the details and the design and the.
I thought that guy was Mitch McConnell.
Might be.
I was like, what?
Some stars up in here.
Yeah, that Victorian Gothic revival looks incredible in pictures
Yeah, I know.
because the attention to detail is phenomenal.
That is
And then,
a beautiful
like,
chapel.
I know,
That is
and the thing
incredible.
is, like, with the lighting, you don't feel like it's massive because it's only lighted in the section where the guests are sitting.
And that's what I'm saying. With a good photographer, when we go into the sanctuary, you're going to see your guests are going to be right down that middle aisleway. So the pictures are going to focus on that.
I want to take some.
On that. It won't be focusing, like I said, it's up to 1,000 people. We're not showing all the different places where your guests are, are not sitting. We're going to show just where your guests are at.
Yeah.
Which means your 80 people, it'll look completely full because that's where it's going to be at.
I love the stained glass windows.
I know, look at these.
And that's a small chapel where you guys are going to sign the license.
Okay, wonderful.
Which is going to be amazing also.
Wow, the corner of this. Ooh.
Yeah, I wish they did more of that stained glass still.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like sometimes we lost that art.
I know.
In
It's
some yeah.
Like it's the story. Like they tell the stories. Like it's something you can look at and like
does tell
the
the
stories come back in your mind.
I mean, we'll go have the American Park.
Yeah.
Eat 'em up, tiger.
They don't do that anymore, do they?
What?
Stain.
No, I think it's an art that's probably because it's so expensive.
Yeah.
And you gotta be like a mason to be able
Yeah,
to
to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And then the big modern churches are kind of like taking over.
Oh, yeah.
It's more like the older historical churches
Yeah.
that are
Right.
still.
Yeah, Blake and I had just like this idea, like we love our current church, but it's like the style is like more modern and like pretty
It's a
plain
theater.
in a
At the end
sense.
of the
Yeah,
day,
it's a stage.
theater.
Yeah.
It's a stage.
And
theater.
I was
Yes.
it's like they have all these like cool like lights and like
Because
stage.
I've attended churches like that.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
no, and I'm not saying about your church, but I'm saying I've been to churches. It really does have a theater look.
Yeah, like a club.
Not that kind of a theater. Like, say, for example, like you're going to the Fox Theater or something.
Yeah, they have a
It
big
has-
stage
Yeah,
and
yeah.
lighting.
And even the seats that
backdrop.
you're sitting in
Yeah.
are like theater seats.
Yeah, they
You know
are.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not very traditional.
Well, no, because again, you know what I'm saying. You got to think this church is 1849.
Right.
You know, just like you houses that were built earlier had that certain look. Well, then they got the ultra modern houses that are built now. So evolution of time. It would cost. I mean, the sanctuary cost $60,000 back in the 1800s. That would cost $60 million now.
Yeah.
Who's going to spend that kind of money building a church now?
Yeah, I
You know
know.
what I'm saying?
Especially all
Yeah.
these detail artworks are so
Yes.
expensive.
Right.
By
But back then, you
and
had like the people who had money were willing to be like, "Hey, let's build
Yeah.
something for the community."
And
to
that's
come
what they
to."
did.
Because that's how my grandpa's church up on just off of Woodward by the DSO. That's what it was. They had like a couple families
That's
that
what it was.
contributed to the church.
That's
and
exactly what happened.
his family wasn't. They were just going
Yeah.
to that's where he got fed. Like,
Yeah.
money.
Yeah.
So
And funny you should mention that because it's probably about 20 or 30 members that chipped in because they were millionaires.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
chipped in.
Yeah.
And were able, all this stuff is all coming in from Europe.
Yeah,
Because the members are all European.
That's why
yeah,
Blake.
that's right. My grandpa's church.
Yeah.
They had the only thing that wasn't imported from Europe was the doors because somehow the doors got busted. So
Yeah.
he remembered helping them make it in the basement so they could put the doors back up.
Yeah.
Other than that, everything was shipped in.
Yeah.
Yeah, Blake. When we first walked, I was like, "This is straight up like a church from Europe. Like
Yeah.
it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Like yeah.
And so I can't not. So imagine now we're going to walk down this. I'm going to turn lights on. We're going to walk down this whole entire second floor. So she gets the image of what this is going to look like for the day of her wedding.
Yes.
Okay, we're going to go into the bridal suite. Unfortunately, that bridal suite has got some concerns with the ceiling that we're going to have fixed. But you're going to be able to see